I have a dream that one day, on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will join together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day my 4 kids will not be condemned by the color of the skin, but judged by the nature of the character. So I say to them tonight, we don't have a liberal America and a conservative America. We have a United States of America. So I say to them tonight, we don't have a black America and a white America and an Asian America. We have a United States of America. And I ask them tonight, can we unite? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I am always so happy when I'm being called to teach this subject because it is so very grateful to teach. I don't care if it's a science pitch, if it is a political speech, or a wedding speech. You use the same 4 fundamental tools. And that's what I have for you. Whenever you teach, whenever you preach, whenever you talk, you can use these tools so people will listen and not sit with their phone and text. How many in here had tried to go to a lecture, a teaching, and been thinking within the first 20 seconds, oh my God, this is gonna be heavy. This is gonna be boring, this is gonna be a long one. How many have tried that? Oh my God, I gotta use my phone, I gotta text, so I'm gonna fall asleep now, I gotta do some. How many have tried the opposite? Whoa, this is good. I'm listening here. It's boring biochemistry, but this dude, he understands how he will make it interesting. How many have tried that? Yeah. Welcome to the world's shortest workshop in the world. Today, we have 50 minutes. So you have to listen up because you are gonna be on stage. Yes, it's a workshop. Yes, you are expected to attend. Yes, so you have to listen because I'm giving you the tools and then you're gonna have to use the tools. But, when you're up here, the learning zone, we pay the deepest respect for everybody that's up here. We will applause before and we will applause after and we'll do something else. And then I have another thing, but I will wait. Every teaching, every lecture, you will never want to do this. This one is no, no, go, go. What do I mean by that? One-way communication. Never. I'm talking about the scientific pitch now. Also the scientific pitch. I'm talking about two-way communication. You always want to involve the audience as soon as possible, as much as possible. How do you do that when you have to present your science? Can you do that when you have to present your science? Yes, you can. And yes, you will. And yes, you must. If you want people to listen to you. How did I start after Obama and Dr. Martin Luther King? What did I start with? What did I start with?
Luther King.
After Obama and after Dr. Martin Luther King, how do I start?
Well, you asked us a question.
Yes! Very good. Now we are starting with the hook. You always want to start hooking your audience, okay? Hook is two things. Hook within speaking. Hook, that's your start. When you start your words, you will start with as soon as you can. Okay, I do research in diabetic. I have 10 minutes. I will start directly with asking, how many in here has a relative that is having a diabetic? Yes, I have two, yes. I do research in diabetic because my mom has diabetic, and my grandfather had diabetic, and my father before him had diabetic. It's been a disease throughout the whole family. That's why I do research in diabetic. Now, I will not use my 10 minutes by starting saying my name, because my name is in the program at this conference, research next thing. So you can just look in the program. Do not repeat anything that's in the program. Now, what I do research in is also in the program. So I would start directly with the hook. Not my name is Asbjørn, I do research in molecular biology, diabetic. No, I'll start with the question. Now, why? Because you want to do something different. It is sick boring to sit at a conference and listen to 10 minutes after 10 minutes where they start saying their name and what they do, and they will start saying the result of the research. Then they kill their own speech. You want to open up for questions. So after you put a question as you start, what did I do after I said how many in here? I did a second thing. What did I do? I do research in diabetic because, what is that?
You said from your own experience.
Yes, personal story. Involve yourself. Be personal. They will put away the phone, then they will stop texting. Okay, so we're talking about the personal storytelling, if you can. PS. We call it make a PS. Personal storytelling. That's the start. Okay, so this is the hook, that's the start. How do you start?
Great question.
Yes, and what more?
And personal story.
Yes, personal story. How do you start? How do you start?
With a hook. And
Yes, what is a hook?
As a question where
Yes.
the audience would relate to your topic.
Yes, and what more? PS. PS, what is PS?
Personal story.
Yes, you have to know this because you have to use it in 20 minutes. That's the start. Everybody got it? Yes, you cannot. Good. Body language. Before you start speaking, disarm yourself. A big survey in the United States of America. What was the biggest fear that people feared the most? Was it death? No, what was it?
Public talk.
Public speaking. Why? Why do we fear it so much? It's your rep. Yes.
Because we get exposed.
Yes. Why don't we want to get exposed?
Because we might be afraid to be judged or to offer people a target that they.
Fear, flight. Fear, flight, and fight. Your reptile brain, the Stone Age brain, the middle section under the limbic, your limbic system, you have the brain stem that functions right away because for 1,000 million years ago, 100,000 million, that was the worst thing, was being exposed because you were dependent on the group. And some of our brain is still in the Stone Age. So our fear, flight, and fight hormone will kick away right away. So you put armor on. This is armor. This is protection. My name is Asbjørn and I do research in, look how I'm standing. I have seen this. I judge speaking. And this is a way when you do jamborees, competitions in the science in Boston and in Cambridge. A lot of people stand like this. They will look down and they will go like this, okay? It's protection. You want to open up. You want to memorize your speech. That's the first point. If you ever want people's attention, memorize your speech. Now, you can Google memorization. It's so easy. You don't even use half, 10%, 5% of your memory. So you can easily remember a speech. Example, I do keynote speeches, 45-minute speeches at a conference, and I use a low C method. Going around in your home 2 minutes in front of where you put your jacket, 2 minutes in front of where you put your shoes. You go the way you always take when you get home and take off your jacket. You stand there 2 minutes. And then you stand where you take off your shoes. You stand there 2 minutes. And whatever, how long your speech is, you will just read it out loud and look at where you hang the coat. And maybe you go to the refrigerator, and open the refrigerator and look in that refrigerator and memorize 2 minutes. It works wonderful. So when you come on stage, inside your brain, you just go into your home and you put your coat on and the text will come to you. Because the brain combines places that has seen a lot, that's safety, the brain opens up, and you can so easily remember. So the fundament of every presentation is memorization. That's very important. Now we're building the fundament of the house. Okay? How do you do this? Go like this. Yes. Okay, this is a house. The house. This is a fundament. Memorize your speech. Okay? I'll put a roof on here. Now we have to open the door to the audience. That's your hook. I'll place a door in the house. This is a way for you to remember. You will always remember this. You will think about the door. You think about the door and then you think about the hook. The door in the house, yes? The hook opened the way is the door. The Obama turn comes now. That's the next. I will write it down. Whenever Obama is doing a press conference, you will see that. Wonderful speaker. We do not want to interfere war with the Syrian people. We want to interfere war with President Assad. 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, he goes like this. So it's the whole room. That's the Obama turn. The Obama turn, and that's the windows of the house. That's the look, that's the eyes. You want always to keep an eye contact with the whole room. Okay, so the Obama turn is the eyes, the hook is the door, this is memory. Always remember your speech. You can't do that today. The only thing I expect you to do when I count, you're going to do it in groups, is use a hook. I want you to lie your socks off. I'm going to, groups of 5, you're going to present your research. You have invented the elixir of youth. You will never die. Whatever. You just have to lie. That rhyme. Okay? And you will use the hook. You use the personal story. You will use the Obama turn. There was 3 tools. The hook. Question. Be personal. The Obama turn. All right. Now comes the 4th one. That's a hard one. But if you can use that, that's wonderful. Also in a scientific pitch. What you will do is make a cliffhanger. This is the cliffhanger. And what is a cliffhanger? Yes?
Something that you would remember.
Yes? How do you put it?
For example, I have a dream.
Yes?
So that's something you can relate to the story afterwards.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I have a dream that
Yes.
you will exactly remember what the speech was about.
Yes, that's kind of right. I went to a lecture. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Cliffhanger would be like in a story. You essentially leave the audience wanting more, but you leave them at a point at which you would have given the most inspirational point of the story and left them waiting for something.
The answer. That's right. You put a question. Lecture about Africa. I love when he did it. I went and he started out. Why did we conquer the Africa? And why wasn't it Africa that conquered us? There was only one reason, one thing. What was that? Okay, I'll wait with that. Let me start another place in Africa. blah, 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 Africa, blah, 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 blah. There's something left, and I still haven't answered that question. So why